Now, it's Mike, 1v1 League. 5 weeks of competition has finally taken place, and it was a very interesting 5 weeks. We saw quite a few upsets. We saw a departure from this league because of a kicking from the team. And Brandon, obviously, is. I've not released that up, but the team video will come up before, so you'll know this already if you've watched that. Brandon has been kicked from the team. For bad attitude, for not the right attitude. We didn't think he wanted it enough, and we wanted it more than him. And it wasn't having fun, and it was tension between him and our mid laner at the time, at new ADC Chris. But it's very, and he was causing the problems. It was Brandon causing the problems, so we removed Brandon, not Chris. Now, onward and upwards, and Eddie feels more comfortable with Chris and ADC than he felt with Brandon and ADC. Week 1, we saw quite a few. You've had a few of the shows, and we've explained it, but I'm going to go through a quick rundown. Week 1, we saw a very, mostly straightforward week with me picking up a 2-0 over Chris and Pokeoff picking a 2-0 over Eddie. It was straightforward. But everyone thought Brandon was going to 2-1 Aaron, but Aaron 2-0'd him, which was very strange. So it was very interesting, leading to a 3-way tie going up to the top there. In week 2, we saw the clashes of me versus Aaron, Chris versus Eddie, and Brandon versus Pokeoff. Another shock, but only one went the way it should have, but it wasn't the same result. It wasn't like the same score. It was 2-1 me. Everyone thought it was going to win 2-0, but it was 2-1 me against Aaron. Eddie 2-0'd Chris, which was very interesting. It was very interesting to see that dynamic play out. And Brandon 2-1 Pokeoff. Off to Pokeoff throwing games 1 and 3. Week 3 was straightforward. It was a straightforward week. I 2-0'd Pokeoff, which was a 51-49 me, but I 2-0'd him. It wasn't his best week. We only went through the game 1 and he had to forfeit game 2 because he couldn't connect to it. Brandon 2-0'd Eddie, and Aaron 2-1'd Chris, it was good to see Chris pick up a game because he was struggling, and now he's finally found his stride. He's taking games off people, which you'll find in week 4, where he got 2-1 by Pokeoff. He's taking games. He's taking that game 2. He needs to focus on taking game 1 or game 3 if he wants to go all 3. Take game 3 if you're going to lose game 1, or just take game 1 and then game 2 and you win 2-0. Simple as that. Eddie got 2-0'd by Aaron, and obviously Brandon got 2-0'd by me. Week 5 has just played out, and I 2-0'd Eddie, which was obvious to see. Everyone thought that was coming, but not to be rude to Eddie, but it was kind of a walkthrough. It was a walkthrough. I walked through him. He'll admit that I walked through him there. Brandon got 2-0'd by Chris because Brandon didn't show up, so Chris got 2-0. But I felt Chris would have 2-1'd him this game because Chris was on the up and up. And Pokeoff just like 20 minutes ago, something like that, Pokeoff just 2-0'd Aaron. Pokeoff is on now just won 2 weeks in a row. He's coming back into this now after losing those 2 weeks in a row. He's picking up the pace now. He's starting to ramp up. I think that he'll defeat Eddie, and then he'll obviously get a free win off Brandon. I think coming into week 8, he'll give me a good challenge, give me a good run for my money, and it'll be a very interesting competition we've got there. So that's what happened. So the standings in our league, I've got a piece of paper off to the side with all the things, so I keep looking up there, guys. Standings go. I'm in first place with 15 points. We've got Pokeoff in second place with 9 points. Aaron in third place with 9 points. But you probably wonder why they're not joint second, because Pokeoff's winning on the head-to-head. If Aaron wins the next head-to-head and they still draw level, they go into a best-of-1 game to see who gets that third place. That second place. Well, whoever. That's how it'll work. Then we move down further down the table. We've got Eddie sitting. We've got Brandon sitting in fourth place with 6 points. Eddie sitting in fifth place with 3 points, and Chris sitting in sixth place with 3 points because Eddie's winning on the head-to-head. Now, they're both going into strong games. I think Chris and Eddie are going to start ramping up. Chris is definitely starting to ramp up. Eddie will, I think, will start ramping up as well now. He's showed good promise, even though he did get walked over by me. He didn't. Game 1 wasn't. It started off as a stomp, but he did slowly start to get back into it, but he was just too far behind at the point where he started getting kills on me. But so I think Aaron's already got a 2-0 coming into that week though against Brandon. So you're gonna be looking out for Pokeroff versus Eddie. It's gonna be very interesting. Me versus Chris again, which I think is gonna be a good game between me and Chris. It's not gonna be as simple as Jack's gonna 2-0. It's not gonna be that simple, guys. But it's gonna be interesting. So I hope you guys stick around for the rest of the 5 weeks of the league, and I'll meet you again at the end of the round out. Bye, guys. Bye.